Hello everyone and welcome to the 17th Christmas update. Gas weather. So here we go again. It's time to bring you more Christmas data. We are now within the time frame of the GFS model. So we're going to go day by day from the 23rd of December right the way up to the New Year. We're going to go to New Year's Day, actually this first day of 2024, looking in detail at the weather we're expecting through this period on the latest GFS 12Z run. Bear in mind this is still a week away, just over a week away, so there is still a bit of uncertainty. But we will go through the latest GFS run and then we'll have a look at a couple of other model runs as well. All of the 12Z model runs, short range models, GEM, ECM are now reaching Christmas timeframes. So have a quick look at those before we go. Please like, share, subscribe on all today's videos and content. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much for the amazing Richard Troll. Thank you so much, Richard, for our lovely Christmas updates gift. Thank you so much, my friend. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to start off with the situation for the latest GFS 12Z run for a week today, actually, Saturday 23rd December, Christmas Eve, bringing in a northwesterly flow across the country as a cold front is clearing away to the southeast. So upper air temperatures are mild in the south, but colder further north, colder dinging in on those northwest winds. Outbreaks of rain across England and Wales gradually easing southwards with wintry showers then packing into the north and the west. It's mild in the south with temperatures up to 10, 11 or 12 degrees. Very mild there. Gets progressively cooler further north you go, and cold through Scotland and Northern Ireland. Temperatures again barely above freezing across the northern parts of Scotland. Our takes into Christmas Eve. We're in a cold northerly here via a mid-Atlantic ridge and low pressure clearing out into Scandinavia. So upper air temperatures again looking cold across the country, -5 Celsius iceberg. Down in south by 10 Celsius iceberg is pushing towards the north. So cold northerly winds on Christmas Eve. Wintry showers around coastal areas, snow showers up in the north. Otherwise, it will be mainly dry, I would have thought, with quite a bit of sunshine. But it's a cold day, temperature in the south only 3, 4, 5 or 6 degrees. Further north of that, just 2, 3, 4, pretty much in Northern Ireland, Northern England, up into Scotland, struggling to get much above freezing. The high pressure begins to topple as we go through into Christmas Day, with lower pressure starting to come in from off the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures are still looking cold on Christmas Day, so this is a cold Christmas Day. But we've got outbreaks of rain moving into west. As that bumps into the cold air, maybe so that it could start temporarily to snow back, be particularly so for more northern areas and over high ground. After a cold and frosty start, particularly so up in the north, so nice and white and crunchy to begin. It is a cold Christmas Day with temperatures across England and Wales only 4 or 5 degrees at best, and further north just 2, 3 or 4 degrees at best. Going through to Boxing Day, we're starting to build high pressure in from the southwest, so it begins to turn milder. The cold air has retreated away to the east. Milder upper air temperatures have but pushed up across the country from the southwest. A lot of dry weather around on Boxing Day with a fair amount of sunshine. It's a cold day both through the northern half of the coast. That might imply there's a little bit of snow lying up in the north after that band of precipitation moves across the country, possibly some of that turns to snow for a while before it turns back to rain. So quite cold in the northern half of the country on Boxing Day, milder further south though, temperatures there 7 or 8 degrees. Then we're on into Wednesday, 27th of December, when we're drawing up a southwesterly flow, high pressure back to south, low pressure to the north. So again, up are coming those mild upper air temperatures from the southwest. Outbreaks of rain through Scotland and Northern Ireland, mostly dry though for England and Wales. Temperatures around 4, 5, 6, 7 degrees. So still quite chilly actually, even on Wednesday, 27th. But Northern Ireland, and Ireland is turning milder, temperatures around 10 to 12 degrees through there. And then into Thursday, the 28th of December, into the no man's land between Christmas and New Year. Now, of course, we're drawing up this mild or very mild southwest wind. Upper air temperatures are looking very mild across the country. Got more outbreaks of rain into western Scotland and also Ireland. Much of England and Wales, though, mainly dry, as is eastern Scotland. Much milder day. Temperatures widely ranging from around 8 to 12 or 13 is 55 in Fahrenheit. And then into Friday, the 29th of December, where low pressure remains to the north with high pressure south winds are turning flatter and more westerly. Some slightly colder air starting to move back in from the west bend. So showers and or longer spells of rain pushing across the country. Possibly some of that could turn a little bit wintry up in the northwest as the temperature begins to edge back down again. It's a cooler day or a colder day here on Friday 29th for this GFS. Long way out now though. Of course, temperatures ranging from between around 3 and 7 or 8 degrees. Low pressure deepens in the Atlantic as we go through to Saturday the 30th and 7th, the eve of New Year's Eve, looking rather wet and windy with quite strong west or southwest winds. Lots of outbreaks of rain piling in from the west as well. Some of that rain is heavy and persistent. Temperatures lifting up, probably close to average, around 5 to 7 or 8 degrees across most parts of the country. That takes us through to New Year's Eve, Sunday the 31st, Sunday the 31st of December, I should say. And the low pressure transferring away into the North Sea. That starts to pull in some colder air in the north and the northwest again. There could be some gale force winds coming in. With that, upper air temperatures are lowering and becoming cold across the north and the west. And we've got showers and longer spells of rain, which might turn wintry across Scotland. Meanwhile, Ireland, England and Wales having quite a bit of dry weather. And the temperatures in the south were up to around 7 or 8 degrees. Further north, though, it's a little bit colder than that, 3, 4 or 5 degrees up there. Showers turning wintry. And then finally we get through to New Year's Day, when the next area of low pressure is punching through across the country. On the north side of that low actually looks quite cold from the east. So outbreaks of rain will be heading in off the Atlantic. Mild upper air temperature in the south, cold though up in the north. Battle lines drawn a little bit with this GFS run by the time we get through to the first day of 2024. Heavy rain through Ireland into England and Wales. Drier for Scotland, with showers turning increasingly to snow with a foot across northern Scotland. On the boundary between its mild and cold air, you wouldn't rule out the risk of some quite disruptive snow through parts of northern Ireland and into northern England. It's a mild day down in the south. Temperatures at 10, 11 or 12 degrees, but get progressively colder the further north you go. Scotland, Northern Ireland and northern England struggling to see the temperature getting much above freezing. And as I say, on the northern edge of that wet weather through Northern Ireland and Northern England, you would expect significant snow. Right, so that's how that GFS 12Z run is looking. Let's have a look at some of the other model data. So you have a look at the UK Met Euro run, running it from 72 hours. Here we go then. This is going to get us to the eve of Christmas Eve. So next week turns increasingly unsettled, rather storming and rather cold by the time we get through to the end of next week, with winds in from the northwest. Heading into the eve of Christmas Eve, low pressures punching through. It's cold in the north but milder further south. Quite where that will go for Christmas is uncertain. We've got mild air that's lurking here to the southwest. We've got cold air trying to push down from the north. So there is a little bit sort of battle lines drawn through the country. That could get quite interesting if we could go on any further, but we can't. Okay, we'll have a look at Icon, see how that one's looking. So again, we find that through the second half next week, northwest winds are setting in, turning colder from the north as we go into next weekend. So this gets us to midnight on Christmas Eve, when it looks like we're about to start pulling in a cold northerly. We've got a pretty chilly northwesterly, but it looks like winds are actually about to go into the north there for Christmas Eve. So that would be a cold Christmas Eve, I think. Possibly Christmas Day too, from Icon. Then we've got the GEM. How's this one looking? So again, we find things turning cooler and very unsettled into the second half of next week, possibly turning cold as well. By the time we get to Christmas, yes, we've got winds in from the northwest on Christmas Eve, so that is a cold Christmas Eve. But we have there into Christmas Day, another low pressure is coming into that cold air. Quite interesting. I suspect that will bring heavy rain to the south, but there could be some snow on the northern side of that low, which would be up across northern England and Scotland probably. And then lastly, the ECM WF, which this morning was looking rather mild, away from the far north anyway for Christmas. Let's see how it's looking today. So again, we've got the wind in from the northwest as we go through the second half of this week, turning cooler and more unsettled as well. That's Christmas Eve. Looks like that start pulling in colder air from the north end. Lower pressure comes in off the Atlantic. So Christmas Eve looks like we're pulling down colder air from the northeast there, just about, although south probably not overly cold. Christmas Day looks like that. So it's a complicated pattern. So low pressure through the country, probably relatively mild for England and Wales. Without breaks rain, could be turning wintry in the north. And then go through to Boxing Day, but low pressure moving out into the North Sea, and colder air starting to dig in from the north then. So all models possibly hinting at something rather cold around the Christmas period. If we have a look at the upper temperatures with the ECM finally. So that's Christmas Eve. The cold air gets as far south as northern England now. Christmas Day it retreats a little bit, and then on Boxing Day it looks like it's about to start coming south again. So that low pressure clears away to the east. So most of the model runs have some cold weather around the country around the Christmas period. Exactly which day that's happening, you know, the devil very, very much in the detail with that. But it looks like there could be some quite interesting weather coming up around this Christmas period, but quite how it all works out in terms of detail. But such a complicated pattern, this is a long, long way off. So I think we need to wait several more days before we can have any real confidence in the weather for this Christmas. But all interesting, and yeah, we're going to keep you posted at Gas Weather as we reach the final stages of our Christmas updates. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that, and thank you so much to Richard for the amazing Christmas updates. We're going to have the 18th Christmas update coming up for you on Monday, so same time, same place. Come back for that then. But for this 17th Christmas update, that's all now, and thanks for watching.